Hey everyone, I'm Noah from the Super Gamer Bros, and we are back with another episode of I Am Dead. Now I know I said this about the last episode, but I actually do expect this one to be the final episode. I mean, we're going through Aggie's memories. How could I have predicted that? Oh, the hunters. Oh, Aggie's daughter, Ibni.
I was always fearless. My mother Aggie told me there was nothing I couldn't do. With Otsul and without, I hunted the deer in the woods and the hares on the mountain, all before I had taken my first lover. And younger still,
Okay, girl.
one time Aggie had me knock her tooth out when she was in terrible pain. I didn't mind even when the blood poured out. It was easy for me. Spears and knives were my nature. Death and courage were my meat and drink. I knew about Aggie's mirror, of course, but did not believe all of it. When Aggie warned us the Mauler was sick and there would be fewer calves for the following years, none of us listened. It was to be my first cull. I wanted their blood. It was my nature. We would not take less of the Mauler just because an old woman told us to. She came to the beach after the Morlo slaughter, her hair wild, eyes burning with fury, raged and shouted like a woman out of her mind. "We had killed too many," she said. Then she left the village, told us she was done with all of us, forever. As Otsul marked me with oil and blood, I did not mourn my mother leaving. I was young and foolish, and the sight of her ashamed me. But of course, I did not see what was to come.
Yikes.
To think that they were still having the same arguments about the Morlo way back in the Bronze Age.
Aggie must have sensed the trouble ahead. Maybe she was trying to find a way to prevent it.
So we're looking for this whale thing. Oh, that's funny. Oh, me. I did not expect half those things to have things inside of them. Sheepshank. Oops. Oops. I'll take the Grinkins while I'm looking. Did want to check this one out. What are these eggs? Oh, they're actually eggs? Are they all eggs? I guess so. Look at the boat. Oh, it's the Queen of the Isles. That's cool. Okay. Well, let's go back then. Back even more. Back a little less. Back more this way. Let's look at the front. Is there like a Morlo display? Whoa! This is it. It is definitely here. Oh wow, that's pretty sad. Yikes. Oh my gosh.
I'll sing you a song
cool.
of the Queen of the Sea.
You can activate this button.
Of when I first met her and when she first met me.
Shoot.
Of the silver and red and the start of my life.
Oh my god, I found it.
Of my fathers and brothers, my first precious night.
What a beautiful object. Delighted to have it in our museum.
The Morlo is wide and the Morlo is tall.
I like the music though. Alright. More memories, more memories. What the heck? Oh. Yes, what happened next? Zoom. Zoom. Oh, here we go. Oh no, fish person. Oh, it's Kirk. Crick.
She was alone, and I would bring her food sometimes, samphire and sea urchins. She would make dry food and we would eat it together. Textures unlike any we knew that broke apart in your hands and in your mouth. We
Man,
would
these people really
sing
know how to talk
together,
about food.
make tea together. We became her family. The dry folk left her alone. She had a companion for a few seasons, a hind who came down from the mountain and slept at her fire. And then, for a few more, a golden hare that ate from her hand. One night we all felt it. Those of us in the water and those above. The island waking, rumbling, alive again, more furious than before. I found Aggie awake, tending her fire, unsleeping, unresting, staring into her mirror. She told me she'd seen the island sinking into orange fire and boiling sea, lost forever above and below. The village and our town in the sea caves, all gone. Aggie went to the shore and blew the sinistral shell, calling our people up from the water. Aggie sang for them the oldest song, and we spoke for some time. That night, the sea and sky was all the same color, a deep gray blue like a mackerel's back without the glitter. As the dawn approached, Aggie left the beach to return to her people, to tell them what must be done.
Man, it is getting so intense.
I'm not sure I want to see what happens next.
We have to, Morris.
Back to the museum. And we're looking for that shell. Oh, the bird. Oh my gosh, she hit his bird. I didn't even get that. Oh.
Such a small thing. But it changed the entire course of our island.
It's a bit much. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is an interesting skull. Oh, fish person. Oh, the village elder.
We heard the shell and knew Aggie had returned. Ibni was the leader then. It had taken many seasons, more than we would have liked, but there were finally enough Morlo again, and our village was growing. We were strong. Some of the younger ones didn't know Aggie and didn't want to hear her, called her a moon-shot crone, but Ibni looked in her mother's face and saw the truth of it. The end would come. The earth was growling again. There would be hot rivers of death and clouds of poison. But Aggie brought us the answer. She would give herself to the island. Ibni's voice shook. Surely a deer or a goat would be enough. The year's finest, blackest calf. Aggie cast down her eyes and shook her head. We all knew. I offered my blade, but Aggie turned me away. She took her knife that had cut her own cord the night the volcano last erupted and wrapped Ibni's fingers tight around the bone hilt. It must be you, Ibni, she said, and it must be now before the sun comes up. This day, this morning, or we are all gone. The village, the people, the island.
Good lord.
Aggie embraced her daughter. Ibni whispered something, but I could not catch the words. Both women's faces shone with tears. Aggie sat on the ceremonial stone, the tears streaming now from all of us. Aggie delivered her final message. She told us her body must not be burned or given to the sea, but lain in the earth of the island beneath the mountain. Ibni was shaking, and then I realized it was not just Ibni. The whole island was trembling under our feet, waking up. Aggie told Ibni to be quick, the end was coming. As Aggie took Ibni's hand and guided the knife to her side, we saw the fish folk rising from the sea, hundreds of them, so many. I had no idea there were so many. Aggie was quiet the whole time, but Ibni cried out. A sound of longing and hurting from her heart like I had never heard. Then she fell silent, and as Aggie's life poured from her body, the island and everything on it fell suddenly still. Utterly still. We wept then, in sorrow and relief. Then the fish folk were among us, countless, numberless. One embraced Ibni, holding her up as it seemed her own legs might give way. When the sun came up that day, land and sea folk stood together for the first time, talking and singing the old songs, Aggie's songs, together. Ibni and the fish folk took Aggie up onto the mountain. They laid her in the peat alongside the knife and all the things she would need on her journey. Ibni watched over Aggie for days afterwards. Before she was covered, she placed a sacred carved stone, Aggie's beloved hair, inside her mother's mouth to guide her and help her keep the mountain still forever. And so it was.
Wow.
Oh, Aggie. Now that's bravery.
Oh. My God. Good God.
Hey, Sparky, it feels a bit, well, disrespectful looking inside Aggie's
also
body
felt
like
that way.
that.
You were the one who dug her up and put her on a plinth, Morris.
Yeah, but I...
Relax, Morris. This body isn't Aggie anymore. She's long past needing this old thing.
Well, all right then.
So now we summon. Oh wow.
Okay, Morris. I'll level with you. We absolutely didn't need to find Aggie's mementos in order for me to sniff her out. She's here,
Because you
waiting
are
for
Aggie.
you. She has been this whole time.
But then, why did we need to visit the Bronze Age?
Aggie thought it was important for you to see those memories, so you would understand her path before you met her. But also, wasn't it cool?
That it was. The things I've seen now. Oh, Sparky, thank you so much. To think, for a while there, I was worried that being dead was gonna be boring.
You are very welcome, Morris. Okay, so, shall we go say hello to Aggie?
Yes!
Oh.
Morris, Sparky, it's so good to see you both.
Hey, Aggie.
Wait, you know me?
Of course I do.
Yeah, she's been here the whole time.
Morris Lupton, one of the best-loved men in the history of Shelmerston, with the very finest dog.
Me? Oh, I don't know.
Come now, let's go out of this place, into the air.
Oh wow.
The one part of Shelmerston that looks just the same as the first day I saw it. I suppose it always will.
I love this beach. It's always been my favorite beach. I'm gonna go run.
Aggie, look at Sparky. She's shining.
That's the hope and the joy shining out of her.
That's it, isn't it? The point of all of this.
It is hope. Home. This island, it chose the two of you just as it chose me.
And where will you be heading now? Heaven or something?
Heaven, what's that?
Well, I don't quite know how to explain it. But to me, it would be an awful lot like this beach.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm hoping to see Ibni, my daughter. It's been a very long time, but I remember her. We never forget the ones we love, do we, Morris?
No, I don't suppose we do.
I think she wants something, Morris.
Huh. Would you look at that? I just found a tennis ball in my pocket. Here you are, girl.
Now she's not talking. Wow. What a beautiful game. I got to hand it to Jaden. Again, he hit it out of the park with this game, and again, I judged it too harshly at the beginning. So, yeah, that was the final episode. I think there's no more here. So, if you enjoyed the ending of I Am Dead, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.